Alright guys, in this video we're going to be talking about PEP-XIV and how it actually differs from FOXO4 and why it doesn't actually kill senescent cells but rather treats them and de-ages them in a sense. In modern medicine there's actually two ways to deal with senescent cellular modeling. So you have senolytics that actually kill these cells because if you leave these cells along for the ride, they are inflammatory and they cause essentially what they call zombie cells and cellular aging. That's not actually what PEP-XIV is in the category of. It is a senomorphic and it actually treats these cells and reduces that inflammatory response, so it in a sense makes the skin younger. So what we're talking about in this sense is the study that looked at how we can use this drug to essentially give it to older people or people with different skin conditions such as chemo patients and people with accelerated cellular aging, and get that inflammatory response down and make the skin younger. Why this is beneficial is because it works on your PP2A in your skin and it doesn't actually kill these cells, because killing these cells can be dangerous and even harder on the body than just leaving them around. It's essentially doing cell repair for you, and it's modulating that system to make the cells healthier. So they looked at 4 different studies, and one of them was chemo patients, like I mentioned earlier, and one of them was people with accelerated aging. So the senomorphics, which is PEP-XIV, was administered to a cell ex vivo, which is outside of the skin, and it actually died down on these cellular aging processes. Some of the mechanisms behind this aren't fully done in the research because they haven't done trials on humans with flowing blood tissue, because the skin cells were outside of the body. Like anything else, it's hard to extrapolate the research onto an actual human tissue of a living person. The plausible benefits were very good, and it actually saw that these cells died down and made them younger in a sense. So the way that we can use this in the PEP space and how I see this playing out in the future would be through topical skincare treatment, something transdermal, but it could also be administered via injectable if they find a way to not have it deal with those zombie cells and kill them in a sense, since it is a senomorphic and not a senolytic. I see this being very beneficial for people with inflammatory autoimmune system disorders, because sometimes that skin tissue, it reaps the worst parts of that disorder. And it can also be used in older populations, such as people 65 and older, where your cells and your skin aging is becoming more and more prominent. So it essentially dies down that methylation age process. I think this can be a very beneficial thing. Do you guys think that it's going to be implemented in more research? It doesn't really get talked about all that often, but I think it could be a great area. Of course, none of this is medical information or legal advice.